What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Excuse me. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now on the road to 500 subs. Who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. Excuse me. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare. Excuse me. On the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set. Much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box I opened up last year, which I pulled this beautiful collector's rare B-Cup from the Underworld. This thing does look absolutely beautiful. Obviously, you guys have seen this card countless times in the past, and right about there, you can tell right here it's a beautiful collector's rare. But obviously, with all of the new dark-based decks that are going to be coming out into the format, that card is definitely going to be coming in quite handy. So be sure to pick yourself up a few copies off a Troll and Toad or TCG player, depending on your preference. But as for me, I'm going to be getting my copy graded, but I never really came up with a good opportunity to do so. But with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. Excuse me. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 80% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we have to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below. Excuse me. As will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which in a way it does kind of tie with today's video. But the question of the day is this. When Roman Reigns does come back to WWE, what would you guys like to see him do? Perhaps maybe challenge, Cody Rhodes to a rematch for the undisputed title, or maybe you might want to see him do something else. Let me know down in the comments below. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about for today's video, is the possible return of Roman Reigns, when we can expect it to happen, and what his motives will be upon his return. Now what's interesting to note, it's interesting to note that Roman Reigns said it best. I want to say about a couple weeks before WrestleMania, he said that if he loses to Cody at WrestleMania 40, that he was done. He was gonna leave WWE, and he was never going to come back. Those were his exact words. I know I said that it was in his documentary, but I don't know if it was exactly in his documentary or if he was like on some talk show, you know, like with like Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel or something. I'm not entirely sure. Entirely sure, but think about this: 1,316 days. So think about this: 316 days ago, over 316 days ago, literally at WrestleMania. If we were still watching WrestleMania live, 316 days ago, Roman Reigns had reached 1,000 days as champion. On that same night last year at Night of Champions, Seth freaking Rollins defeated AJ Styles. excuse me, in the finals to crown a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. And it's kind of weird, isn't it? It just feels so weird that now we have literally just the WWE title back. We have the World Heavyweight title back. We've got the WWE Tag Team titles back. And we got the World Tag Team titles back as well. It just feels so weird. It just feels so weird. So think about this. 306. So we're already a month into WrestleMania. We're already a month past WrestleMania. So I want to say, let's see, WrestleMania Sunday took place, what, April 6th? And it's already the 8th? Think about this. 1,348 days and counting ago, Roman Reigns first became what was then known as the Universal Champion. Then he decides to unify it with the WWE title, and now just the WWE title is back. Think about that. A lot has happened. But but what's even more interesting is that prior to that match, we saw arguably one of, if not the greatest tag team match in WrestleMania history. That legit, not gonna lie, that was not Hogan and Mr. T versus Paul Orndorff and Rowdy Roddy Piper. I'm talking, excuse me, The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins. Obviously, Cody and Seth lost, but the next night, Seth lost his title, but Cody gained his. And first TV title defense for Cody, massive success. And now the question becomes, what's next for Roman Reigns? Well, apparently there's been a lot of light that has been shed on the whole situation, because right after WrestleMania, we saw Solo Sikoa bring in, not only embrace Jimmy Uso, telling him that he loves him, but we also saw the WWE debut of Tama Tonga, arguably one of the most dangerous dudes in professional wrestling. And obviously, we know over the course of the next month, even now as we speak, fans all over the world are chanting, "We want Roman, we want Roman, we want Roman," almost as if we're gonna be getting another bloodline civil war. And what I mean by that is, already the new version of the bloodline has Solo, and the Gorillas of Destiny, as they called themselves in Japan. I am talking Tama Tonga and of course Tonga Loa. Funny enough, was once known as Camacho in WWE, which was kind of funny, which was pretty funny. but but funny thing is that Paul Heyman even admitted, trust me, I want Roman too, which ties into the question if we're going to see Roman Reigns come back, and if he does, are we going to see him as a babyface, or is he going to remain a heel? Honestly, there are so many questions there are so many questions, yet the answers, they don't surround Roman Reigns. They more so surround Solo, because he's the one that's taking over the no pun intended, but the reins of the bloodline. And rumors have been spreading that it's not Solo who's pulling the strings. There's been a lot of chatter going around that it's actually The Rock. Now, do I believe it? Honestly, I kind of do, because because if you had kept up with social media, especially YouTube, apparently somebody shot a video of Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman literally ditching The Rock, literally just ditching him and walking away, which ideally is a sign that, in theory, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are going to probably come back as baby faces, and we might see the original bloodline reunite once again. And I'm not just talking about Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. I'm talking literally Roman, Jimmy, Main Event Jay, and potentially Sami Zayn. I'm not entirely sure if that would happen, but if you really think about it, no one outside of the bloodline knew them personally. Aside from Paul Heyman, no one knew the bloodline personally quite like Sami Zayn. And I feel like that maybe we might see a bloodline civil war, perhaps inside War Games. I mean, it's possible. I mean, you've got The Rock, Solo, and the Gorillas of Destiny face off against Roman, the Usos, and Sami Zayn. But if not Sami Zayn, then maybe, just maybe, we might see either Jacob Fatu, who is, I believe, the son of Rikishi, if I remember correctly. If my memory serves right, I believe he is. Because I know that Sam Fatu. Actually, no. He's actually the son of the Tonga kid. Of the Tonga kid, known as Sam Fatu. So we could see Jacob Fatu, which is possible, but we could also see as well Zilla Fatu, who is the son of the late great Umaga, who is a former Intercontinental Champion. So it's very possible. It's very possible that we could see one of those two show up. But then again, we might see someone else. As far as who knows? Maybe we might see Lance on Hawaii, who I believe is the son if I remember correctly, is the son of Samu, who is actually who is actually a former tag team champion, if I remember correctly. I'm looking this up here. Give me a second. I believe he is the. I believe Samu was a former Intercontinental not an IC champion, former tag team champion, I think, in WWE. So let's see. Yep, actually, yep. I was right. Former tag team champion alongside Fatu, who I believe is Rikishi, funny enough. And then they ended up winning a Slammy Award for Best Etiquette, which is kind of funny. So it's pretty interesting because when you look at the entire Anoa'i family, it's the list of who's who. It's the list of who's who. Guys like High Chief Peter Maivia, guys like Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans, guys like Roman Reigns, The Rock, Ava, Rikishi, Umaga, Tonga Kid, Rosie, Yokozuna. Who else is there? Manu. Actually, funny enough, Manu was once a part of WWE back in the day, so it's pretty interesting to say the very least. The Usos, Solo, Naomi. Yes, funny enough, Naomi is married to Jimmy Uso, so that technically makes her a member of the Anoa'i family. The Rock I mentioned, Solo I mentioned, Ava I mentioned, Soul Man, Rocky Johnson, Ata Maivia. It's a list of who's who. You've got about what? 20, 30 members of the entire Anoa'i family, which is absolutely insane. So it's possible we could see Lance Anoa'i, we could see Zilla Fatu, Jacob Fatu, we could literally see just about anybody join Roman and the Usos who wasn't Sami Zayn. Is it possible? Absolutely. But honestly, I think looking at this whole ordeal, this whole thing has to come to an end at some point. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. The Bloodline story was red hot. Red fucking hot. The moment the Usos aligned themselves as a whole with Roman Reigns. Once that started to take shape, the story just kept going and going, and it was like watching a really weird version of the Avengers, if you will. A really weird version of it, if you will. But once Solo and Sami Zayn came into the mix, and once we got to see Roman reach 1,000 days, yes, I'll admit it. I will admit it. Yes, I'll admit it. The story kind of just was it kind of turned stale just a little bit. But now that Roman's gone and Solo has essentially taken over, the question that's on everyone's mind is, how is this going to end? How is this story going to end? Because the way I see it, Cody Rhodes, he's already finished his story. He's already now WWE champion. Now the question is, how does Roman finish it? The answer? Simple. A Bloodline Civil War inside War Games. So let's say ideally it's Solo, the Guerrillas of Destiny, The Rock, and I'll say Zilla Fatu. Let's say that. Let's say that as a as you know, that's one team. Another team on the opposing team, it would be Roman, the Usos, Jacob Fatu, and potentially, if it ever came to it, potentially lands on a white. Would I want Sami Zayn to join? Honestly, I would, but at the same time, Sammy was the one that started to bring the pieces together of destroying the bloodline, and now it's come to this. At this point, we don't really know if we don't really know if Roman will come back as a babyface or a heel. No one really knows. What I do know, however, is that Paul Heyman has entered a crossroads because has now officially entered into a crossroads because, no pun intended with Cody's move Crossroads, but still, we're at the crossroads now where we don't really know which version of Roman Reigns we're gonna get. Are we gonna see, the heel Roman Reigns who just really didn't give a damn, or are we gonna see another side of Roman Reigns that we never thought we would ever see? Honestly, the possibilities are out there, but who knows? My honest opinion, though, I think we could potentially see War Games take shape, which is possible. I would say The Rock could possibly make his return, but unfortunately, he's actually working on a brand new movie right now called The Smashing Machine. So obviously, it will feature former MMA megastar Mark Kerr, which will be pretty cool. but who knows? Who knows what will happen? We don't really know at this point, but I will say this. Whenever Roman Reigns comes back, I can guarantee you that it is going to be one hell of a pop for Roman Reigns. But, excuse me. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.